Welcome everybody to Bobbo's Sports Corner. This is the Bobbo's YouTube channel. If you haven't already, go like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. I did one of these videos last Sunday, and I think I'm gonna be doing them every Sunday as long as I have the time. So right now on the weekends, I definitely have the time. This past week, I forgot to promote 2 videos, so if you can go look at those videos. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my laptop to look at the news and notes. So my last videos, where'd it go? My last videos were the Bobbo Sports Corner, and then I did a couple of unboxings, and I forgot to promote them, of course. So I did unboxing of the AEW Eddie Kingston. So if you like unboxings, that's a action figure that was really fun to watch. To unbox. I love Eddie Kingston. I think he's really good in the ring, and he mouths off, and it's great. He says what everybody's thinking. I was thinking of doing a wrestling type podcast or review week or something like that, because I watch a lot of wrestling, and I know a lot of people do. Some people hide the fact that they're wrestling fans. I do not. I love wrestling, especially AEW. But I've gotten a lot more into WWE now. But yeah, so go check out that. And then I also unboxed the Allure, AEW Allure cards. So go check that out too. And the next unboxing will premiere on Tuesday. And I got a surprise, like a mystery box from a company called Ralphie's Funhouse, where they do pops and stuff. So that's that. So go like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff for Bobbo's YouTube channel. We're at 56 subscribers right now. I want to get up to at least 100 and then go from there. So hopefully you'll subscribe and you'll share and everything. But first, let's get to the first team. Let's talk about the Red Sox. The Red Sox started their spring training. I think they started yesterday, and they won yesterday, or they lost yesterday. They lost to the Baltimore Orioles. I listened to that game in the car while I was doing my Lyft driving. They lost with a walk-off home run against them. Today they won 8-6, which is pretty good. Both teams had 11 hits. So yeah, spring training doesn't really mean that much, but it's a good way to see your rookies and what you think of them and stuff. And I know Hurler, a Red Sox hurler sustained an injury that could prevent him from making the roster. And yeah, there's a bunch of different stories and stuff. And it'll be spring training for a while. I think on March 23rd, we're going to be going to a spring train. I'm hoping to go to it if I have the money. We're going to be going to a spring training game. And then I think the season starts March 28th against the Mariners. So, yeah, look out for that. I know my dad's excited about that. Like I've told you, I'm not the biggest Red Sox fan, but I'll try to watch more since I'm doing these videos. So give me your predictions on the Red Sox. I'll have to watch more spring training to figure out what I think of what they're going to do this year. because I can give my prediction on the Celtics because I watch them all the time. I watch preseason, I've watched summer league, everything. So I know where I'm at with the Celtics. So the Red Sox I'll have to watch a little more or listen to a little more. So we'll see what happens with them. I think the next game is tomorrow against the Phillies at 1:05 p.m. So if I have time, maybe I'll listen to it, but I'll be at work, so probably not. So yeah, that's the Red Sox. Let's move on to the Patriots. So the New England Patriots, they have the number 3 pick overall. There's questions, should they put that pick up for grabs and move down in the draft, or draft a quarterback or wide receiver with number 3 pick. So I know Marvin Harrison Jr. is there, who's an amazing player. And I know a couple quarterbacks are there. I don't really watch college football, so I'm not really that much into it, but I hope they use the pick. I hope they don't trade, because they always, whenever Belichick was there, they traded down all the time, and it was really annoying. So I hope they don't do that. And there was something about, I thought this was funny. Robert Kraft gave Taylor Swift a heartfelt gift from Gillette Stadium, and then he said, he joked that she should have dated Gronk instead of Travis Kelce. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, there's really not much until the draft comes up, and then I'll watch probably a couple preseason games and then get my predictions out for the season, because I would need to get those predictions out. But they haven't won anything since 2019, and I know a lot of teams have not won a lot longer than that, but we've been spoiled. 2002, 2004, 2005, 2015, 2017, and 2019. So we've been spoiled. But yeah, so we'll see what the Patriots do. I hope they get back on track, because last year was a real disappointment in watching, and I felt bad because they have the games at the Knights of Columbus, and they try to get guys down, and when the team sucks, nobody wants to go down. So hopefully this year they're better and people go. So yeah, that's that for them. Now let's move on to the Bruins, the Boston Bruins. Like I said last week, this team has been annoying. They've gotten points, but they lose in overtime. So they've stayed up on their points, but they're still not playing well, if that makes any sense. The last 4 games, they beat the Stars 4-3. That's a shootout. The other one against the Oilers was overtime. They won 6-5. Another one against the Flames, they lost 3-2 in overtime. And then another overtime, they lost 3-2 against the Canucks yesterday. So next game is tomorrow at 10 p.m. against the Kraken. So we'll see what happens. So they keep blowing leads. We'll see what they do in the trade deadline. Yeah. Right now, I mean, they're still number 1 in their division, in the Atlantic Division. They are 1 point up against the Panthers. But like I said, they're getting the point, but they're losing. That's a weird thing about hockey, that you can still get a point, but you lose. But yeah, they're getting the point, but they're losing. That won't fly in the playoffs. You lose, you lose. So yeah, in the division, they're number one. They have 81 points, but Panthers are right there. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with them. I think they're still going to make the playoffs. I'm hoping that they're getting their crappy play out of the way right now, and they'll go into the playoffs and play well and do something at the trade deadline to make them better. Because last year they were like unstoppable during the regular season, and then in the first round they just put a dud up, so they sucked. So we'll see what happens with them. I think they can still do something if they get together. If they get it together, I should say. So let's see. So now, moving on to my favorite team, the Boston Celtics. So yeah, the Celtics played yesterday against the New York Knicks and won 116-102. It was a pretty good game. So it was a good game, and now they're 45-12. So in the standings, they are now 8 games up against the Cavs and 8.5 against against Milwaukee. So that's pretty huge. So they're just on fire. I think they're gonna do well. They might add a guy in the buyout market, which I think they should. So there was a rumor. Wet my whistle. There was a rumor or it wasn't really a rumor. There was a tweet. A guy put out a tweet and said, "Why not have Isaiah Thomas as your 15th man? I know he won't get much playing time, but he's a good locker room guy and great for the team. And if in a pinch you need him to score 20, he'll go out and do it." So Isaiah Thomas actually retweeted that and commented, "I don't need 1 minute. As long as I can help you get that ring, I'm fine." So I think they should do it, but I doubt it's going to happen, but that would be cool. But yeah, we'll see where Tillman lands, where Springer lands, the new pickups. They have a game against rival 76ers Tuesday at 7:30. So they've won 8 straight or 7 straight, and they got some bangers coming up. So Tuesday they have the 76ers, which is their rival. They have Luka coming up on Friday. So Celtics, Mavs. And then they have the Warriors on Sunday. And then they have Cleveland on Tuesday. And then Nuggets on Thursday. And then Suns on Saturday. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight games of really good teams. And then you have the Trailblazers. But yeah, that should be an interesting stretch. See if they can keep their winning streak alive. Like I said plenty of times, this is my team. This is my sport. I think they're going to win it all. I think they have every chance in the world to win it all. They're playing really well. Jaylen Brown played awesome last night, even though Tatum didn't. What do they call it? The Kristaps and Jaylen Brown are now called Cookies and Cream, which I find hilarious because they live in the same building and they go to work together and everything, so they become fast friends. Cookies and Cream. So good. Yeah, so we'll see what happens this coming week. Not much this past week because the All-Star game was this past week, so they didn't play until Thursday. So they only had 2 games before I did this, and they won them both. They beat the Knicks, and they beat the Bulls. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, go to my YouTube channel, Bobbo Mac, and check out my unboxings, check out me singing, which is embarrassing, but be nice. Check out me reading. During the pandemic, we did Mr. Rob Reads, which is I read to the kids through YouTube. And then I did a series called Getting to Know You, which I interviewed some family members, some cousins, some teachers, etc. And now I'm doing a bunch of unboxings and mystery boxes, and I do this sports corner. And I'm thinking about doing that wrestling thing, so tell me what you think. Tell me what you think I should call it. If I should do all the wrestling that I know, like AEW, WWE, TNA, all those guys, or just do WWE, just do AEW. Let me know in the comments down below. So yeah, go like, subscribe, comment, share, hit that bell icon, and we'll see you next time. Peace.